Good evening. It's Wednesday. I have to do a Wednesday video. I have to do it before People of Prayer comes on because I have to watch People of Prayer with my cousin Jeff at 9. And it has been, what a week. Oh, what a week it has been. And what a day. Yesterday did not go as planned. I had a flat tire in the middle of the afternoon while taking care of Avon business over in Huntsville. But that was the bad news, was that I had a flat tire. The good news was that I had roadside assistance, and they came out and put the spare on. And the better news, even than that, was that I was able to get right on into Bentley Hyundai. And by the way, I like Bentley Hyundai's service department. I really do. I've dealt with them just actually 3 times. Once with my prior car, that was so many years ago, you know, I don't remember much about that experience, but it was an older Santa Fe. But twice I've had this one in, and been very, very happy with their service, especially Lori in the service department, but everybody over there has been very helpful. And they had the lug nut I needed because my guy who switched out the tires for me with the roadside assistance said, "You're missing a lug nut." They had a lug nut, they had tires, they had, you know, I didn't know they did tires too. And so yeah, they're like, "We're full service, we do it all." I'm like, okay. So, and they just got me right in. "Hey Deanna, I'm on here late because it's been so busy." But anyway, they got me in, got my new tire, got my new lug nut, got everything taken care of. And I found out there's 2 filters need to replace. They got those taken care of, of course. You know, a chunk of money for all that, but just had to have the one tire. The others were looking good, but this one had split on the shoulder, so don't know of anything I hit. Don't remember anything, you know, that happened, but that it just went down like that. And the pressure, I was so thankful with this newer vehicle that it has the tire pressure. There's a little gauge that pops up and says, you know, your pressure's low. And it was on the right front. And because I am not good at noticing when tires go flat, I've had a flat tire before and drove on it for a ways until, you know, I didn't know what was going on. So anyway, I know with a gauge it tells me. So anyway, that was yesterday and got all that taken care of. And then today was just busy, and went and met with one. Let's see, I had a haircut, got the haircut, got a little bit shorter for spring and a little more layers in it and all that. So I've got a hairdresser who gets me in and out really quick. So that was this morning, and then took care of a bunch of Avon deliveries, and then met with one of my networking friends. She owns the offices at Spinrin. She also owns Mustard Seed Consignment. That's Lisa Smith. And Spinrin is one of the little, I think it's a drive. Spinrin Drive, Spinwood Circles, Spinrin, something like that. Spinrin Drive in Madison, Alabama. And what she did was buy this office building, and it has little offices all inside of it and a conference room. And this little flyer tells you all about it. There's a professional office spaces that are furnished. So people who, entrepreneurs, she's trying to help entrepreneurs. She's been in networking for many, many, many years. And so this, when she bought this building, she fixed it up so that she could rent out space there. And so people who just need to rent a space for a day, you know, she said sometimes people might be needing to interview people. And so they will rent a room or the conference room or whatever, you know, just for the day. And also for virtual business offices for people who work out of their homes, but they don't want to give their home address to everybody. I'm on Google, my business on Google Maps. My home address is here. Every now and then somebody thinks I'm an actual beauty supply store because you have to list yourself as something, and that's what I'm listed as. But I do keep a few products here on hand, but I'm not actually a beauty supply store. That's just the way I'm listed because you got to do something. So anyway, but my address is on Google, my maps, if you want to look for me. And I do get found. Interesting story happened while I was getting the tire fixed. I'll mention that in a minute. But anyway, it has a kitchen with a full-size refrigerator, 2 microwaves, a Keurig, a dishwasher, and you've got 24/7 key card access for members, the people who have businesses there. So they can come in and out anytime and use their little offices. And so I kind of looked around there, and it's really, really nice setup, a bunch of little offices. And she does have, I think she said about 3 of them that are not currently rented. So the offices at Spinrin, Madison's premier co-working community. And you can look that up. On the internet, it's just www.theofficesatspenryn.com. Spinrin is SPENRYN. And if you look her up, tell Lisa Smith that Sandra Moore sent you, okay? So she said she'd been telling everybody when I talked to her today. She said, I've been telling everybody about you, and you've been with Avon for 32 years. And I told her, well, that's really not... you know, as long as there are Avon reps have been with Avon 50 years, so 50 plus. And I've met some of them. So anyway, or seen them anyway. I'm not sure if I've met them, but we used to, in our President's Food luncheons, they would be there, so occasionally. So that's what I've been up to. And of course, then I worked some more deliveries and things, and then it was Bible study tonight. So teaching my little kindergartners. And so, just real quick, I wanted to just show you, this is the brochure that went live. Am I right? Did that go live today? Campaign 11? Yes. Went live today. I haven't been on there, but, and this is the week. This is the first week of this campaign. So, this is the week that the pink tickets are going out. So, if you place an order at smore.avonrepresentative.com, or any representative's web store. Deanna's, if you're a friend of Deanna's. Hey, Deanna, say something. Say something, and then I think if you say something, your friends will know you're watching, and then they can watch. And if you don't want them to watch, don't say anything. I noticed that. It will show them that you're watching or something. I don't know. You know, I'm just feeling my way around here. Not too many people talk to me when I'm doing these lives, but my friend, my backdoor friend Libby did last Wednesday, and so some family member of hers saw Libby was talking with me apparently, talked to me about products, ended up placing an order. So if you don't want anybody ordering at my store, you can just don't say anything, okay? Deanna is one of my team members. A great Avon representative over in Decatur. If you need somebody in Decatur, let me know, and I can put you in touch with Deanna or one of my others over there. Got another one, probably, since Deanna helps me talks to me more than anybody else. My first person says they need a rep in Decatur goes to Deanna. How about that? If anybody does. Okay, but this is the new brochure, and it features Magic's Tint. We've had Magic's Face Perfector. This is Magic's Tint. It is a facial moisturizer that is tinted. It has, like Magic's, it blurs imperfections. It's got a little bit of a glitter type, more of a gleamy, I guess, shine to it. So it does give you that glow. Only 6 shades, but they are very forgiving shades. I did post a video here earlier of one of the Avon people, JJ, who did a whole video showing the different shades that she was using, and I think I've got it posted on this page from last week. But she could wear 3 different shades because it's very forgiving, and you know, if you like, don't get, you know, you don't have to. 6 shades will cover pretty much all skin tones, and you might be able to wear 2 or 3 of those. But it does not have a sunscreen. It's just a tinted moisturizer. So good if you want just some lightweight coverage in the summer. Illuminating sheer coverage is what this would have. It does not settle into the lines and pores. It is infused with botanical extracts, has passion fruit, chia, and sunflower seed. Boosts the moisture. It is paraben free. And I think you're going to see more and more of products that Avon does, you know, saying that they're paraben free. Not to say that a lot of them have it in it now. I'm just saying that will be something that you'll hear mentioned, because that's something that's getting more and more important to people, not to have parabens. Oh, it's hyperallergenic, dermatologist and allergy tested, and a vegan product. So, yes, Magic's Tint. So that is a great new product. That is the featured product on the front cover. We'll be selling for $8.99 at introductory price. Regular price is $12. If you're interested in that or anything else, go to that website. Did I finish saying it? SMOORE.avonrepresentative.com, and place your order and get you a pink ticket. If your order is over $40, it's going to ship free. So that's just a really good deal. The wow deal in this brochure, black mesmerized black, which is, we've got mesmerized, and then we came out with mesmerized black for men, and it is a very popular fragrance, and it's only $9.99 right now. Okay, here's the regular mesmerized in blue, and it's a wonderful fragrance too, but it's not $9.99 right now, it's $12.99. This one is $9.99. And I've sold some of that. I've got several men customers, 2 of them in particular, that love them mesmerized. Okay, so that's really, I think, all I wanted to talk about in that brochure. It's got a good bit of the new clothing, some pretty jewelry, lots of pretty jewelry. And the A box for this one is Haiku. I'm trying to see if that's Haiku Reflection from the color. I'm thinking it might. No, it's just Haiku, which is one of our top selling fragrances. And that's the try it size, but the try it size is a big size. It's not like just 2 or 3 squirts. It's tall, purse size. They just call it a try it size because it's not the full size. But you've got a full size of Crave. I am wearing French Toast tonight that I just put on just to do the video. And so there's my Crave in French Toast. You see? Yes, when I first put it on, French toast, it's breakfast time. And it really does have that scent. Then we've got a full-size True Color Pro Plus Nail Enamel in pastel pink. And the trial size of the Vitamin C Brightening Serum, and this is the new formulation that we've got out now. And that would be it, those 4 items, okay? So here's our Haiku, and the Crave, and the nail enamel, and the vitamin C. Okay? I can see through it. That's how I'm able to point to them right. With this lighting, I can see through the page. This is called the Joys of Spring. So the names of every box has to have a name. This value is $33 for only $10. Okay? And that's with your $40 order. Now, for my local customers, and anybody that's ordering online, well, for my local customers, I have not been passing out as many outlets as I have in the past. I kind of have to think about the different customers before I'll give them an outlet, and sometimes I'm just not doing much with those because of the new policy with Avon that these are final sale, no returns. And so I'm going to try to remember to tell every customer that does want something from the outlet that it is a final sale, no return, because you don't want people getting that surprise because they didn't read it. I mean, it's there. It's right there on the front, you see, of the outlet. But not everybody looks at that. They're like, oh, outlet, let me see here. Oh, how about this shirt? Or how about this dress? I did have one customer who selected a dress. In looking at the dress, I thought, I just don't know she'll be happy with that. I told her, look, this is final sale. You can't return it. She's like, no, don't want it. I'm like, yeah. I think that's a good idea, unless you're just really sure, or it's such a really good buy that you're like, well, if I don't like it, I'll give it to somebody else. You know, like we've got a t-shirt, Peaceful. Well, it's just a t-shirt. There's only $12.99, you know, so there might be somebody who is willing to pay $12.99 and not be able to return it and so forth. Now, jewelry and things like that, no problem. If you don't like it, you know, you just give it away or something. But the clothing with the sizes and all that, we've got candles in there. There's still plenty of good stuff in the outlet. You can look at it online. It's the same if you order for the rep or at her online store. No returns, final sales. So I understand that's policy with a lot of companies. Avon tried it once before and dropped it. They're trying it again. So I don't know if it's going to stay that way for a long time or what, but just know that, okay? So the what's new for campaign 12. Campaign 12 comes up after campaign 11. It is featuring Bug Guard, but you have probably noticed that Bug Guard is in the brochure year-round now, which is great because there are people within the United States who have bugs year-round. I was talking to somebody the other day. Oh, she was in town visiting her daughter and looked me up, found me online, because they live in a subdivision that has no soliciting, so I have not been in there leaving books. And she said that she lives in Texas on a ranch, lots of bugs. She said it's over 100 degrees out there right now. And that was the morning it was chilly here, 100 degrees in Texas where she's at, far out in the boonies on the ranch. She said she needed some Skin So Soft for the bugs. And I'm like, well, that's always a challenge when somebody says, I need that Skin So Soft spray for the bugs. And I'm like, oh, what do they want? And I told her, you know, we've got the Bug Guard. Is that what you're after? We've got it in Expedition. We got it procured in, but she needed what I had on hand. And yes, Bug Guard, that's what she wanted. And then Expedition, which sounds like it's great for them being outdoors all day on the ranch. And so I had that. And she's like, give me the smallest stuff that will pack, because she was already overloaded in her suitcases. And I said, well, the pump spray. It's a small one, and the pump's not attached to it. So she's like, yes. And I had 2 of them, and she took both of them. So she said, but now how do I, you know, order or get it? Because we live way out in the boonies out there when I get back. And, of course, I was able to tell her, you know, I'm going to have my online store in there. I put a card in there that had that information on it and the code to get, you know, % off of her order. And by the way, this is something that I heard or read on another Avon page, and I haven't checked it out yet, but someone said, and I'm sure Deanna probably saw this too, or is maybe one of the ones talking about it, maybe why I saw it, that the Welcome 10 code that has always been like one-time use, somebody said it's one time per year. That if it's a new year, you can use Welcome 10 again and get a 10% discount. So I haven't tried it, but you might try that if you want 10% off of your order, and that's an order of any size, but it's one-time use, maybe one time per year. So if you used it last year, you might try it. It can't hurt to try it and just see if it works. Welcome 10. Okay, so Bug Guard, got her Bug Guard, told her how to order it, you know, or anything else she wants and put books in there. If she doesn't want the books, of course, I could, you know, I put 2 because I was invited to bring them to the house. I didn't get to meet her because it was our last day in town and before flying back out to Texas. And so we did the mat mail, money under the mat, and I left the order. And left books, of course. You know, it's a no soliciting subdivision. But hey, if you're invited to come to the house and bring an order, you can bring the books. So maybe her daughter will become a customer too. But let's see what's new in this brochure. Bug Guard's not new. Oh, Away Aloha. You may know that we do different fragrances that we'll take sometimes one of the fragrances that we've already got and dress it up for summer. Isn't that pretty? That's Away Aloha. And it's got those tropical colors, and there is a scent spot on my page. I've already smelled it once, but let's see. There'll be one in the brochure, I am sure. This is a limited edition, just out for the summer. It says, let's see, get swept away with the essence of warm sunshine, lush, juicy fruits, and Hawaii's iconic, tiara flower. I've not been to Hawaii. Some of the Avon reps who earned a trip, just came back from Maui. They could probably pronounce that word. It's T-I-A-R-E. I had not read this already. I've smelled it and haven't read it. But yes, Hawaii's iconic's a big word with Avon right now. Tiara, whatever, flower. Away Aloha, Eau de Parfum, okay? And what does that say? Take a photo of your bottle outside to capture a vacation feel. This is telling us, see, they give us tips on ways to share the product on social media. And so, yeah, it's pretty cool. Show us some different hashtags to use on Instagram and such. But that will be out. That will be $12.99. Very summery scent, but we've also got a new one for the men, True Gent. Strong enough to show his heart. Here's our fine-looking fella advertising True Gent. And there it is. It looks like we've got an aftershave conditioner. And maybe this is a hair and body wash. And it's not got the hook on it like most, a lot of ours have those hooks, but this one does not. Actually, I think our upscale men's fragrances do not have the hook. But anyway, we've got the Eau de Toilette, the hair and body wash, and the aftershave conditioner. I had one of my longtime male customers, I may have said this in the last video, wanting some aftershave, not aftershave conditioner, wanted aftershave. And he was even having trouble finding anybody's aftershave in the store or a fragrance he'd switched to when Avon no longer had black suede aftershave because he didn't want the cologne. He wanted the aftershave. And then he can't find that one anymore. And he's like, everybody's just getting rid of aftershave. I said, well, we heard a rumor ours was going to come back. But it didn't. Not yet. I still hope it does. But we've got tips on how to share True Gent. And one reason that we have the men's fragrance is, of course, with Father's Day coming up, because we do try to come out with a men's fragrance every year for Father's Day. And then there's the racy new ride. I remember I did post a couple pictures of this. This is a Mustang, I believe. Let's see. It says sports car. I'm in the dark here. Oh, I've got a sit spot here. I know what mesmerized smells like, but I'm going to smell it anyway because I love the smell of mesmerized. Mesmerized hits the fast lane in this thrilling collectible decanter. And I want to say that's a Mustang. Our bottles usually don't have the word Avon on the side of them, but this one does. You see the word here on the side is Avon. I say our bottles as if we have them all the time, but we don't. I'm talking about back in the days when we had lots of decanters. They usually did not have the word Avon on the side. But this is a limited edition, and we're advertising as an Avon bottle, as if anybody wouldn't know that already. Maybe the younger generation, they just don't know about Avon collectible bottles that I've got a ton of, okay? And, of course, we've got some different gifts for men. So we've got a couple of different men's watches. These are some men's bracelets. There's a tiger's eye, and then it looks like a leather. That's a set of 2. And there's the cross necklace, and then we've got the tiger's eye pendant. So for the man that likes jewelry. And there's a ring that's, good enough to be used as a wedding ring there. And it is stainless steel rope cross necklace, stainless steel tiger eye necklace, stainless steel braided ring. So yeah, that would be an inexpensive wedding ring. And of course we've got new jewelry for the women, bracelets, rings, all kinds of good things like that. But it is 9:02 and it's time for Jeff, and that's enough for me for tonight. So have a good night. I'm looking to see if there's, we've got, for you women, I'm not showing these pictures on here, but we've got some body wear. So we've got some good body wear. So just check that out on my online store, especially coming up in campaign 12, because there's some new stuff. There's new pajamas. There's new, some new stuff, and a new A-box. Of course, we'll talk about that one later, okay? All right. Y'all have a good evening. I don't think anybody popped in but Deanna, and I guess she's still there. So good night, Deanna.